Hey guys, welcome back to the Hat House. Sorry I had to adjust it by one day. I really was feeling under the weather yesterday, not very good at all. So glad everybody that could make it here today could. Just a reminder, if you're on Twitter or Instagram, the other two places we stream, come over to the YouTube side if you want to chat. We are going to do some Q&A today. We've got a lot of questions on the channel over the past week. Wanted to kind of address them in a little bit longer format than I could type out. So anybody watching this back later can also kind of refer to those questions as well. We definitely got to give away our awesome Dodgers hat tonight. Really cool Dodgers hat we're going to be giving away. It's on this Cooperstown American Needle. We got to figure out what we're going to give away next week. And while we're talking about giveaways, last chance. Oh, here it is. Last chance for Marlon. Marlon, buddy, you've got to message me. I tried to reach out to you on Whatnot. Now I'm gone live again. Please, Marlon, reach out so I can get your address so I can send you. The countdown was intense. We made it. So I can send you your free hat, Marlon. Really want to get this to you. It's a really cool vintage Hawaiian Miller Lite hat right here. Perfect for the summer. But if you don't reach out to me, I won't be able to get it to you. So please reach out, Marlon. And we'll get to Mary in just a little bit. But first, let's do the Q&A first. Let's go over some of the things that people have been talking about and asking questions. What was the first question?
They wanted to know how you got the buttons off without tearing them up.
Yes, getting the buttons off is a delicate procedure because you will tear them up. It's a lot more of this and not very much of this. If you have to use this to like pry the button off, I suggest putting like a towel or something over it, but you're really prying. See if I can get a hat right here. You're really prying more than anything. You want to pry this button and pop it off. You don't want to use, if you have to use like the pliers or whatnot, try to put something over it and then twist it. But to get the button off, you really want to try and pry it off of the little what's that? The prongs. Yeah, prongs is a good word. So use this. It won't tear up the fabric near as much. Try not to use the needle nose pliers or vice grips or whatever unless you absolutely have to. So you're trying to pry it up. I fixed a couple more this week. Using that method works out. What I have found is not all buttons are the same. So sometimes you get in there, you pry one off, and it's not going to work. You'll have to find another one. But another exciting news for all you guys looking to fix snaps. So I finally found someone to fix snaps. I called my local cleaner. They have somebody that does all the alterations. So they gave me their phone number. And so I was able just to call that person and see if they could just replace snaps. And she's going to do it. The problem is it's about $5 a hat. So the hat's going to have to really be worth it to get some new snaps on it. So if you're looking for somebody to do the snaps for you, taking the snaps off is easy. Sewing them back into the plastic is not easy. So I really wanted to outsource it. And I found somebody, but it's like $5 a hat. So some hats it'll be worth it. I got snaps laying around everywhere, so that's not an issue. But hopefully they come through really well. Hopefully you give me a call back tomorrow to pick them up. But snaps, check. Buttons, check. I think I've got everything worked out to where we can put a hat back together pretty good. The cleaning is still the most intense part. So got that all. What was the next question, Mary?
I forgot to ask what your ratio of Dawn to water.
Dawn to water. Oh man, I forgot it. So when we're cleaning the hats, right, we use this. The ratio is really, I don't have a set in stone, like 4 or 5 drops. It's not a whole lot of Dawn that you're going to use in your little squirt bottle. We really just want to put like 4 or 5 drops in this. You don't want too much Dawn. And the more water, I would say like 4 drops. What else was there, Mary?
Does your friend who makes the shapers sell them? If so, can you put a link?
Does my friend who makes the shapers sell them? He sells them to me. And I will be totally honest, guys. I don't make really anything on them. Maybe $1. If he wants to end up selling them, he can. But really, he's just making them in bulk, sending them to me, putting my Hat House logo on them, and then I just wanted to do something nice for the members and get you guys something. So that it's really just the $19. I mean, it costs $5 to ship them, and I pay around $10 to $12 for them. So I'm not making anything on the shippers. If eventually he does want to make them himself, but I'll still buy them and have them to give away to the members. But so that's kind of the answer to that question. I just wanted to have something cool to get you guys, and I think they're really cool. Has anybody got to use theirs yet? Awesome, Coach. That's great, and that's cheaper than the other ones you're looking at. With I'm the ones with the leather on them. You're looking at $40 or $50 for that. So they're really expensive to get those. So I think the kind of the $20 mark, if can keep it there and just do something great for you guys, that's really what I want to do.
Aaron said he loves the small hat shaper. Next month he's going to get the large.
Yeah, the large one is a game changer for the big truckers. It really helps. Like this Star Wars hat. I shaped up quite a few. This one was really cool. Return of the Jedi Star Wars hat right there. Really works well for the big truckers. Keep the shape on them. It's really good.
And so then you get a shaper for the small.
Yeah, and then that's what I use for on like the 90s snapbacks are really kind of just smaller, and that's why I'll clip them on the sides like that, and then they really work well. I will say one thing is I'll be right back. So my steamer is also an iron, so it gets super hot. I will say, do not leave the steam on that plastic for too long. I haven't had any. It doesn't like melt to the hat or anything. It can get a little soft. I haven't had any problems with just the steam, but if I like press the iron on there, I mean, it's plastic. I'm sure that would happen to about anything. If you stuck an iron to even leather or anything, it'll start kind of melting almost. But the small ones are really good for the older snapbacks like this. And yeah, the binder clips. I got some with Hat House logos on them coming, so stay tuned. I'll sell you some binder clips with the Hat House logos on them, and we can get you hooked up. Oh, I didn't bring the pin out here. I did get my pins done. Maybe Mary can run and get. I did get some new Hat House pins. I'm going to give them away in Whatnot, and then the orders that go out on Whatnot with some of the cool little Hat House pins. They're almost like, I don't know, some of the people on YouTube side may not even seen many of the pins. I have a lot of cool pins, like the Steelers pin right here, UCLA pin right here, cool little Raiders pin right here. My light's not awesome, but I get lots of cool hat pins, have them made, and I've just used those on Whatnot as well. To kind of, I don't make any money on these things either, so this isn't a how to make money on pins thing. I mean, I sell them for like $3 on Whatnot. I think I pay $1.50 for them, so it's not. You're not gonna get rich selling pins, I'll tell you guys that. But here's this Hat House one. Oh, I thought it was really cool. They made a pretty cool little hat pin right there. Definitely going to start giving those away with my orders on Whatnot. eBay probably not so much, but Whatnot, I'm going to send some cool little Hat House pins in with my orders.
Ethan said that his dad was super excited about the Dodgers pin that they got.
Yeah, those are really cool. The Dodgers pins are cool. I'm glad he loved those. I got all sorts of ones in there, and so they're cool. What was the next question, honey?
Curious, is June a little slower for you? What are your worst and best months?
Let's talk about sales. we just went through spring basically, and that's really the best sales times for hats. All kinds of hats sell in the spring, from golf hats to fishing hats. Hunting hats were still selling okay during the spring as well. MLB is doing awesome during the spring, and then up to Father's Day, it's going to be a little dead. I'm not going to try to pump sunshine that it's going to be great. It's going to die off a little bit from now until football basically starting back up. August, if you got a lot of football or NCAA in your stores, then it will do well. But it's kind of the summer slowdown for everybody right now. And what I do see selling, there's still some like vacation and destination hats are still selling. Of course, your everyday bangers are still going to sell. People are still going to run across those and find those. But like just regular New Era hats, it kind of slowed down. Everybody kind of got theirs for MLB. And then the football is really slow right now. There's just a lot of things that'll slow down until we can get to the season starting. And middle of August, back to school starts back up. It'll start booming. I would start loading up on college as much as you possibly can right now. Finding college hats out there everywhere, loading up on those and loading up on NFL right now. You got about a month to get the inventory in and get it listed, because then it will take off again in August. But
Yes, on average, is the hat sell dip more than 50% of your normal or not that much?
I wouldn't say that much. I'm down compared to the last 30 days right now. I'm down about 5%. So it'll probably dip about 5 to 10% over this next month through July. It'll probably be around 5 or 10% decrease until we get back. And you can always run sales. I mean, it always, of course, helps if you want to lower your margins and make sales that way. But we will see a little dip, and that's kind of why we're doing Whatnot too. Kind of going through the summer. It's kind of going to help us out to do Whatnot. It hurts our margins because we don't sell things for as much. But yeah.
When do you start the listings?
I usually start in September, just because it kind of, I don't want to list them now because I have like a 30 to 60 day markdown, and I don't want them marking down in September and October. So I'll start in September, and then by the time it gets to October and November, then I kind of hit my first markdown. And then December and January, I'll kind of hit my second markdown. And then by February, kind of like the final markdown. And so that's kind of how I do it to keep kind of the, what am I thinking of? The seasonal items and the profit in line, and still moving through them during the season. So, all right, what was the last question, honey? That was the last question. All right, appreciate you guys. Keep the questions coming. Love getting the questions. We did a cool video last week. There was a lot of good feedback on that video. I really appreciate all the feedback on the video. It was fun to do, but that leads into one question I always get is, where do you get all your hats? I get that question once or twice a week. Where do you get all your hats? And I will tell you guys, about 60 to 70% is just from relationships that I've made from buying hats. It's really just, I started buying lots of hats, and I kept buying lots and kept buying lots, and eventually they just reached out to me, and we just got the relationship where they load up a box, they send it to me, and I pay them. The other two ways really I get hats is Whatnot, and sometimes on eBay, looking at lots on eBay, and just Whatnot, just trying to pick out the best hats there. So I do have a box right here I want to open. There's supposed to be some banger hats in here. He sent me a picture of them. The third way that I get hats, people just message me now. And that's what you kind of got to put yourself out there that that's what you want to buy. And then so I've been getting several messages. This guy reached out to me this week and was like, hey, I got a killer lot. I said, all right. And then fortune favors the bold, right? It's kind of weird, just somebody messaging you out of the blue, and you're like, I kind of know this guy. I don't really know, but I'll go ahead and try. So I don't know if I should do this on live because I might be disappointed when I open this box. I might be pissed off. So, but I haven't opened the box yet. But there's supposed to be some pretty good hats in here. So let's check them out. Let's see what we got. We will see. And I can't promise that any of these will be able to go to the bangers. I think there's some in here that might be a little over the $40 price mark. But let's check out what we got. I'm planning on putting a good portion of them into the whatnot if I can get them cleaned up in time. So let's see. This will be all right. NC State Wolfpack. It's pretty cool. Here's a cool Indianapolis Colts. That is a cool starter. Definitely going to need some cleaning. I'm going to be busy cleaning, but that's a cool Colts starter. I think I'll be able to clean that up pretty good. Brickyard 400. Pretty cool. Atlanta Braves 1992 World Series. This is on Drew Pearson. I think I'll be able to clean that one up nice. All right. We got a 3-bar. We got a 3-bar, tri-bar. This is on the game. My camera's in a little different spot. This one will be pretty cool. Minnesota Timberwolves always does pretty good, but this one's not on the best one. This will have to look up. I have no idea. What is Tank Girl? Thanks, FSGA. Dude, I gotta flip it over and use my left hand. I don't know if I'm as good as Jimi Hendrix. Isn't that what he did? I don't know what Tank Girl is though. Pretty cool. Indianapolis Colts. Still haven't seen the banger though. Oh, here it is.
1995.
Tank Girl is a 1995 movie. Who was a star in it? Oh. Anyways, Dallas Cowboys, AJD. These are pretty solid. Another St. Louis Cardinals. Oh, this is a cool Reds right here. Cincinnati Reds. Vintage 90s.
Lori Petty.
Lori Petty.
Naomi Watts.
Naomi Watts. We know her, right? Ice-T's in it. Maybe it's a banger hat. I don't know. Polo Sports. That's a good one. Oh, yeah. I just sold the Cubs tri-bar. This is a split bar, actually. It's called a split bar by the game. Sold it for about $50. It was almost new condition, though. So this one, I'm going to guess will go for around 30. Here is the banger. We'll see how good of a shape it's in. This hat is kind of, they call it swirl. And this one has been doing really good. This one is Drew Pearson. This is a badass hat right here. I don't know. I don't know. Look at the comps on this one. I think this is going to be like a $70 or $80 hat.
Don Williams asked that they're new to the Banger subscription. Can you tell him the perks?
If you're new to the Bangers, I can get you a hat shaper, which is what most people want. You can get a small or a large hat shaper. Or you can go in my eBay store. If I have a hat in there that's under $40, then I can get you that hat. Oh yeah, here we go. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow because I want to put some of these in the whatnot auction and see how well they do. Dodgers, Clarkswear. That's a really cool logo on it. We got a Florida Marlins, Sports Specialties. Oh yeah. It's dirty. They're dirty, but there are some really good ones. North Carolina, that was pretty beat up. I don't know. I don't know if I like that one. This one's basic. Denver Broncos, Kansas City. There were some good ones. Cubs, Arkansas, and the Pacers. So box is all right. There was definitely some really great hats in there. I think the best ones will end up being these two right here. These are really cool. Yeah, I think just how clean can they come? How clean can you get them? And that's what people don't understand on the pricing sometimes on the hats is the condition, the end condition that you get it in matters a lot. And if you're buying something dead stock or you're just if you're getting a dirty hat, it just depends a lot on your final pricing and where you're going to land. So I think put some pretty cool hats in there. Hopefully I get them all cleaned up for Whatnot. I still have plenty of other good hats to run on Whatnot Saturday night, so we'll definitely have fun.
Maybe one day you'll run across the Georgia logo athletic shirt.
Maybe one day. You just never find that stuff. I know it's really sexy to have for your Instagram page and all that, shark tooths and stuff. You just hardly ever find them. And I don't get out to the wild as much. So I know that boxes that get sent to me, stuff like that gets kind of picked out. And I have to kind of find the other diamonds in the rough sometimes. But man, I hope so. Hopefully we're going to go out into the wild tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Mary's birthday. So make sure you wish Mary a happy birthday too. I think she's 27, 26, 29. Mary's birthday's tomorrow. So we have to take my son to Norman. He's getting ready for the Pride, which is the band there for Oklahoma. So gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow with that. All right, let's get to the giveaway winner. We got to do that. We've got to find our giveaway winner for this LA Dodgers American Needle snapback hat right here. Really cool, really great condition. And Marlon, if you're out there, you won a hat the other day. Make sure you reach out. All right, Mary. Let's see the wheel. Ready. Oh my goodness. It's rigged. It's so rigged. Coach, congratulations. Congratulations, Coach. Winner again on the wheel. He has won, and Nifty has won twice, and the Coach has won twice now. Man, Mary was like, should we take Marlon off the wheel? It's like, no, we can't take anybody off the wheel. That's just not right. But I don't know. Maybe we'll take Coach off the wheel next week.
Coach hasn't won, has he?
Yeah, he won the first time he won the first as soon as he signed up. Like, I think it was a giveaway we just did for the chat though.
Yeah.
I think it was like a chat giveaway. He was one that was in the chat giveaway. But
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. I'm going to get these hats cleaned up. Should have a really good Whatnot on Saturday night. So if you can be there, love to see you guys there. If not, going to try to definitely put another video out. I really want to do another one of the picking videos. A lot of people really enjoyed that. Really want to do another one of those videos. Oh, you want to see a hat house loss this week? We took one on the chin on this bad boy. I got it back, Nifty. He sent it back. It did not fit. $120, $150 sale right here. Here's your bolo for the video. This is Chief Nakahoma. Chief Nakahoma. $100 plus hats right here. You find Chief Nakahoma. He said it's 7 3/4. Said it was too big. Sent it back. I sold the other one I had though for $120. But I had two Chief Nakahoma hats. This one came back. The other one we just sent out on Monday. So we took an L on this. Have to relist it. I'm sure it will sell again. Really cool hat right here. Here's your bolo. Look for this. Along with Chief Wahoo, this is Chief Nakahoma. So keep a lookout, guys.
Are you running the Atlanta?
This one, no, I just happened to have it off to the side. I was just giving a bolo, Ray. I was just giving a bolo. You're looking at your chops over there. I wonder what it would go for on Whatnot. I don't know if enough people know that that's $100 plus logo. I know Thrifty would, and I know you probably would. That comes in the Whatnot, but I just don't know if there's enough people to know what that is right there. It's a 7 3/4. It's big on me. It covers my ears. The size was right. I don't know. He just returned it. Oh, we got to pick a hat for next week. Mary says we got to pick a hat for next week. Let's do. All right, let's do this awesome. I've been working on it. I got it pretty clean. This one is a really awesome vintage hat right here. A vintage Nike Air. What is that going to come for? $30 to $50? Well, for everybody that signs up by next Wednesday, you got a chance to win it. You just got to be in the $1.99 tier to get on the wheel. $19.99 tier, you get on the wheel too, but you also can choose a hat or get a shaper. So make sure you guys sign up if you're watching this video back later. If you get signed up by Wednesday, we'll get you on the wheel. Really cool vintage Nike hat right here. I think somebody will really love this one. It's wool too. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to keep working on cleaning it. It was a little yellowing. I got most of the yellowing off too. I think I'm kind of crazy for giving this one away, but love you guys. Appreciate it. See you next week. Thanks for hanging out. Catch us on Whatnot on Saturday night, and then I'll try to have another video out next week as well. Going to update you on the picker, and we'll see you guys soon. Appreciate you. It does look familiar. It was an awesome score.